Here is today's question. When you're ready, pause the video and give it a go. Okay, so these two questions were taken off a foundation paper, but higher students also need to know how to find the area of a circle. It says the radius of this circle is 3.6. You need to know the radius is the line that goes from the centre to the outside of the circle. They've drawn it on for you, they won't always do that, so you need to know what radius actually means. It says work out the area to 3 significant figures. There's a little formula you do need to remember, and it is area equals pi r squared. And there's a little rhyme I'm going to give you. Circumference equals pi times diameter, pi times diameter, pi times diameter. Circumference equals pi times diameter. And area is pi r squared. There's a few little songs out there if you want to search them on the internet. That's the one I tend to use. I'll give you another one. Pi r squared sounds like area to me. If you want the circumference, I'll just use pi d. Yeah, there's a few. Choose which one works for you. We're not really interested in circumference. We want the area. Unfortunately, you will need to try and remember this for the exam. It is one that you will not be given. So my area equals, this actually means pi times r times r. So sometimes it's simpler to just use pi times r times r. Pi times 3.6 times 3.6, which equals 40.17504 and some other numbers. If you're very, very careful, you can just say, if you wanted to, pi times 3.6 squared. You need to be careful. You need to make sure you do the square bit first. It's pi times 3.6 times 3.6. BIDMAS or BOBMAS tells us to do the 3.6 squared first before multiplying by pi. Just a bit of a hint there. But anyway, if you do this, you can't go wrong. But it did say to 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. That's my third figure. I need to know whether I'm going to change this 1, whether I'm going to knock it up or keep it as it is. The number after is a 7. 5 or above, I'm going to give it a shove. I'm going to give that number a shove. This is equal to 40.2 to 3 significant figures. Must put my units in. It's an area, so it's the units in the question, and I need to square that. So my answer is 40.2 metres squared. Next one. Work out the area of the circle, take pi to be 3.142 and give your answer to 2 decimal places. This is the diameter. They're giving me the distance going all the way across, going through the centre. I'm still going to use area equals pi r squared. So my area equals pi. I don't know r. I've got diameter. But if you look at these, they're linked. If you look carefully, the diameter, that's a radius, and that's a radius. The diameter is half the radius, so my diameter equals 7, which tells me my radius has to be equal to 3.5 because it's half the distance. So I'm always going to use area equals pi r squared. Pi r squared sounds like area to me. If you want the circumference, I'll just use pi d. Area equals pi r squared. We're always going to use this. I've got to find or know the radius. I can find it if I know the diameter. It's just half. So the area equals pi times 3.5 squared. You can put that straight into your calculator if you're very careful. Or you can do it like that. It's entirely up to you. Which gives me 38.48451. Wants to do decimal places this time. If you struggle with decimal places or you struggle with significant figures, still do the question. You're going to get a lot of marks for just giving the question a go. Most of the marks, in fact, will be for what we've done so far. The rounding at the end is going to be worth a maximum of 1 point. Sometimes they let you off with it anyway, but try and learn how to do it. 2 decimal places means I want 2 numbers after the decimal place. Going to look at the number after, 5 or above. I'll give that a shove. 4 or below, keep it down low. I'm going to keep it as it is in this case because the number afterwards is 4. 38.48. Must put my units in. It's metres and it's an area, so I must square those metres. And my answer is 38.48 metres squared. Here's today's challenge question. It's all about the area of a circle. but it's what we call compound. If you want a hint, listen on. If don't, fast forward a little bit or pause now. But the hint is, find the area of the big circle, take away the area of the small circle. That will give you the bit that we're after. So when you've got your answer, don't forget to pop it in the comments below. Compare your answers with other people's, have a bit of discussion. Let's get this revision going properly. And don't forget, a question a day keeps the bad grades at bay. Join me tomorrow for another one. See you later. Bye.